Every fountain pen forum, every subreddit, every YouTube comment section, I feel like I hear people encouraging new fountain pen users to spend way too much money on their very first fountain pen, and I think it's crazy. There's no reason to break the bank in your first pen, and I say that as a guy who sells fountain pens for a living. I'm Kevin from Fountain Pen Revolution, and today I'm going to share with you why I think your first fountain pen should cost less than $50, what to look for at that price point, and why a more expensive pen might even ruin the hobby for you. I think in the fountain pen community, there can be too much focus on fancy features, expensive materials, and gold nibs, things that drive the cost of a pen way up, but don't necessarily make it more functional. Now, granted, I can be a cheapskate at heart, but this video is not about being cheap, it's about being smart with your first fountain pen purchase. So let's get into it. Here's why I think you should spend less than $50 on your first fountain pen. One, you don't know what you like yet. Do you like a heavier pen? Do you like a lighter pen, a thicker pen, a thinner pen, a fine nib, a broad nib? There's so many options and variables out there. Instead of spending a whole lot of money on a pen and feeling locked into it, spend less money, get something affordable, learn what you like, and you can grow from there. Two, one thing I like to tell people is fountain pens are a little bit like watches. Every fountain pen should write, just like every watch should tell the time. And just because you buy a Rolex doesn't necessarily mean it's going to tell time better than a Timex. Just like an expensive fountain pen doesn't necessarily write better than a more affordable fountain pen. I want to say something about gold nibs. Did you know, I'm going to tell you a secret, that the tipping of a gold nib isn't made out of gold. The tipping, the part that writes and touches the page and does the real work, is made out of the same material on a gold nib as it is on a steel nib. Gold nib pens don't necessarily write any better than a steel nib, so why spend the extra money on your very first pen? I want to ask you to think of it like this. Buying a really expensive fountain pen for your first pen is kind of like spending $3,000 on a guitar before you even take your first lesson. So, what should you look for in that first pen? One, something that writes smoothly. The whole point of a fountain pen is the ink should just glide smoothly across the page. You don't have to bear down like with a ballpoint pen. Just the weight of the pen itself should do the writing, so it should feel nice and smooth. Two, you want to get a pen that feels good in your hand. Now, this can be a little subjective, so if you have the opportunity to, go to a fountain pen store, come see us at Fountain Pen Revolution at our store, and let us put some pens in your hand, and you can find out what feels good to you. And three, find a pen that is easy to fill and easy to maintain. For this reason, I normally recommend getting a cartridge converter pen as your first pen. The reason for this is normally the most affordable fill method. These pens are also very easy to disassemble and clean, and it gives you the opportunity to try both bottled ink and cartridges. This is a cartridge converter filled pen, so I'll show you what I'm talking about. With these pens, you remove the barrel to reveal a fill method inside called a converter. This one you would twist to fill, but that converter can also be removed, and this allows easy access to clean the pen or to put in a pre-filled ink cartridge if you don't want to use bottled ink. Now notice what I didn't say. I didn't mention any fancy brands. I didn't say make sure you get something that's German engineered. I just said, one, find a pen that writes smoothly. Two, find a pen that feels good in your hand. And three, get a pen that's easy to fill and easy to maintain. Now, I'm going to show you some specific pens that I think you should consider as your first fountain pen. Before I do that, if you found this helpful so far, please consider subscribing below. All right, the first pen I'm going to show you is a pen called the Pilot Metropolitan. This pen costs only $35. It's metal bodied, so it has a little extra weight to it if that's something you like. It is cartridge converter filled, so you remove that barrel to reveal the converter. In this case, it's a squeeze style converter. You put the pen down in ink and squeeze. That converter, of course, can be removed if you wanted to use ink cartridges. Now, note that Pilot makes proprietary cartridges. So if you want to put a cartridge in a Pilot pen, you will need to get Pilot cartridges. So the Pilot Metropolitan is a great pen to consider as your first starter fountain pen. Another one of the most popular starter fountain pens on the planet is the Lamy Safari. This is a plastic-bodied pen, so it's a little lighter, if that's something you think you might like. One thing I love about this pen is it has an angled grip section to promote proper pen grip. So if you already hold a pen properly, this will feel great, or if you're trying to retrain your grip, this is a nice tool to have. This pen is also cartridge converter filled. It doesn't come with a converter, so that would need to be purchased separately for this pen. And again, if you want to use cartridges for any Lamy pens, you will need to get Lamy brand cartridges, as they are proprietary. All right, another pen to consider is the FPR Ambassador. This is one of our most popular starter fountain pens. It's metal bodied and is actually the heaviest of the pens that we're going to talk about if you like a heavier pen. The Ambassador starts out at $49. It comes with its own converter, so there's no need to purchase anything separately. And any of our FPR pens that take cartridges take standard international cartridges, so that would be brands like Kaweco or Diamine make that size cartridge. All right, maybe you think you might want a smaller pen, a pen you can throw in your pocket and doesn't take up a lot of space. One pen to consider is the Kaweco Sport. See, it's a little more compact pen than the other pens we're looking at, although once you post it, it's a full-length pen and feels great in the hand. This is also cartridge converter filled. You have to buy a converter separately. For the Sport, you see this is a smaller converter because the barrel is a little shorter, so that fits in the barrel. This one's a push-pull style converter. The Sport starts at around $35. It's a very affordable pen, but let's say you want to stay even cheaper. You want to go under $20 for your first fountain pen, and there's no shame in that. I'm going to show you some options. This is the FPR Darjeeling basic plastic-bodied fountain pen that starts out at just $18. It is cartridge converter filled and comes with the converter, so no need to purchase anything separate. For this pen, you pull that converter out, and since it's an FPR pen, it takes standard international cartridges if you want to use cartridges. Or here's a pen that costs just $7. The Platinum Preppy is one of the most affordable pens on the market at just $7. Basic plastic body, but again, nothing wrong with that. If you do want to use bottled ink, you will need to purchase a converter separately. This is a Platinum converter, and Platinum is one of those brands that uses proprietary cartridges. So if you want to put cartridges in a Preppy, you will need to get Platinum brand cartridges. Or if you want to go even more affordable than that, the Pilot Varsity costs just $3.75. Now, it's a disposable fountain pen. You can't refill this pen. But if you want to spend a minimal amount of money just to find out what a fountain pen is like to write with, this is a great option to consider. At FPR, affordability is kind of part of our ethos. I learned about fountain pens while working in India. I was exposed to some expensive fountain pens, but also some extremely affordable fountain pens, and realized early on the less expensive fountain pen didn't necessarily mean a less functional fountain pen. I want you to think of it like this. If you spend $200 on your first pen and you don't like it, you're probably out of the hobby, because who wants to keep spending $200 a pop? If you buy a $200 pen and you like it, that's great, but you might feel locked into that price point and think you always have to spend at least $200. But if you buy a pen that's under $50, if you don't like it, you have money left over to try another one. Maybe another pen would suit you better. But if you buy a pen that's under $50 and you love it, boom, welcome to the hobby. And now there's a whole world of budgets for you to explore. We have another video called What Kind of Ink Should I Use that you might consider watching if you're also trying to pick out your first ink. We are also going to put links to these pens and some other affordable fountain pens below, so to help you pick out your first pen. And we'd love to hear from you in the comments section. What was your first fountain pen and what did you spend on it?